If you've only recently heard the term surface pattern design, or you've heard it on occasion but never really explored the meaning, I'm here to clarify for you both the technical definition and how designers more informally use this term to describe what they do. So let's dig in. A long time ago, at the turn of the 21st century, I attended Syracuse University in New York State. And at that time, the Visual and Performing Arts School had a major specifically dedicated to surface pattern design. This is not a discipline that you regularly find in design schools, especially in America. At the time, surface pattern design was more commonly known in the UK, and a quick dive into colleges that are currently offering this type of program shows that the UK is still a leader in this discipline, with a handful of universities offering it as a course of study. In the United States, while a number of art schools have apparel and textile design as majors, the focus isn't quite the same. So surface pattern design is the act of creating art for the surfaces of mass manufactured products. As the name suggests, in its most true form, this is primarily artwork that repeats in a pattern. For example, wallpaper, wrapping paper, upholstery, quilting fabric, apparel fabric, and floor coverings. However, in practice, a surface pattern designer is often creating artwork that is not in repeat. So I've worked in a number of industries, and this comes into play regularly. When I design for apparel, I often create repeats for clothing, but occasionally I create engineer designs for dress borders, coordinating shirt and pants set, or other specific areas of clothing. As a table linens designer, I did many tablecloth and napkin repeats, but also created engineer art for placemats. In the paper product world, I create art for party goods such as plates, napkins, and decor. And while I'm always creating art for the surfaces of manufactured products, those paper products are rarely in repeat. Because of that, while you may find many purists who don't consider designing the art for a gift bag surface pattern design, any art created to be mass manufactured on a product surface is surface pattern design in practice. And as a surface pattern designer, you'll be expected to be good with a repeat, but also understand the value and balance of creating an engineered design. With that said, let's dive into some similar terms and where and how they differ from surface pattern design. You may consider textile designers to fall into the same category as surface pattern designers. Indeed, when I worked in-house for bedding and home textile companies, I consider myself a textile designer. While there is some overlap, a textile designer not only focuses on only textiles as a substrate, not dinnerware or paper products, but also they have a rich understanding of the more technical aspects of fabric production. In fact, you might find textile designers that are not able to illustrate repeating designs at all. Textile designers understand weaving techniques, fabric dye techniques, knit structures, and other parameters. Printed textile design is a term that more closely relates to surface pattern design. And while it still requires some understanding of printing techniques specific to textiles, this job description would likely line up with a surface pattern design skill set. A product designer is another discipline that can sometimes be similar to surface pattern designer. While many industries use this term, for example, in the tech world, a product designer is creating software and applications. If you're working with a company that creates a number of different decor or stationery items, you may find that creating the art for the surface of the products and creating the specifications for how that product is manufactured blend together. A product designer needs to understand 3D design principles, materials, manufacturing restrictions, and other product specifications. A good surface pattern designer will learn and understand product specifications as well. The extra technical stuff is usually reserved for someone else. But as you design more surface patterns, you will find that you learn what works on various materials. When it comes to designing products that don't often repeat, like art on journals or mugs, you may be considered an illustrator. But illustration usually explains or tells some sort of story. So when the art's main function is to make something pretty, it's really more in the surface pattern design realm. Greeting cards are their own category in the Graphic Artists Guild Handbook for Pricing and Ethical Guidelines under the illustration umbrella. I understand this categorization, but I also consider greeting cards an extension of surface pattern design. Admittedly, of all the things I design, greeting cards are at the outermost limit of that definition. Mainly, I consider it surface pattern design, or SPD, because an illustration I create for a greeting card can also work for a gift bag or for a party plate or be reimagined onto any number of products. And that fluidity applies to my definition of surface pattern design as well. Surface design, without the pattern part, can be a good catch-all for how to describe designing for mass manufactured products that are both patterned and engineered designs. But according to the Graphic Artists Guild, the surface design is specifically for non-mass manufactured products. For example, etching onto handmade ceramic bowls or things that are individually designed. In the art world, surface design can be seen as any technique that manipulates or changes the surface of a fabric, including embroidery, weaving, and felting. That distinction is why most days I don't use the term surface designer. Sometimes I do. I will admit that I use these things interchangeably, but I use the term surface pattern designer even when I'm talking about illustrations, things that don't repeat, because I'm creating flat artwork and I'm not making relief sculptures with paper pulp or something like that. Still, many people do use this term, and again, it just depends on who you're speaking to. So, here are a number of terms that can be used to describe surface pattern design. Not all are technically correct, and different individuals may use different terms to mean designing for mass manufactured products. But here are some examples. When we're talking about designing for mass manufactured product surfaces, surface pattern design, SPD, textile design, some people use that, surface design, pattern design, printed textile design. These are all things that people sometimes use interchangeably. And while I've outlined some of the differences, you might find that people are expecting surface pattern design when they refer to these things. Here are some other names for designs that repeat. Surface pattern designs, surface designs, textile designs, seamless repeats, repeating patterns, patterns, prints, and prints designs. So when I talk about my work, I will say, oh, I just designed a new print. And when I'm talking about a print, I'm talking about my surface pattern design, right? And that usually is a repeating pattern. Names for designs that don't repeat. This could be called a placement print, an engineered design, a spot illustration, an illustration, a graphic, which usually I use that term when I'm talking about designing artwork for like a t-shirt. When I worked in apparel, there was the print designers, which was me, and there was the graphic artists, which were the ones who did the cute designs on t-shirts. Product design, you might think of something, depending on who you're talking to. For example, you might get a request for a mug design or planner art, whatever your specific thing that you are designing, and that could be referencing a illustration for that product. Surface pattern design may seem like a super tiny niche, and indeed, when I changed majors from advertising design to surface pattern design, I asked my SPD professor this critical question. Is this way too niche of a thing to study? Will I be able to find work when I graduate? And through her answer of, yes, you totally will, I started to realize that everything has a pattern or design on it. Paper towels, tissue boxes, rugs, sheets, and clothing. So taking one step back from patterns and looking at products that have surface illustrations opens up another 40,000 opportunities. Journals, mugs, home decor, dinnerware, socks, phone cases, just to name a few. So basically, surface pattern design is everywhere, and all the things you own are much more appealing because of it. So that is why I love my career as a surface pattern designer. Hopefully that cleared some things up for you. I know that there is still a lot of confusion and overlap. As I said, different people use different phrases for things, but hopefully that gave you a little bit more of an overview of what to expect when you hear some of those terms. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. You can follow me on Instagram at esilverdesign, or check out more of my creative business advice and surface pattern information on elizabethsilver.com/blog.